But if you're looking for a boat for a cruising family to spend a little bit of extended time on board, you need to take a look at this. It's the 27 Islander from Eastern Boatworks. Let's do a full features inspection and performance evaluation. The first ingredient of any cruising boat has to be a galley. And here it is right here. It's a galley up arrangement. Stainless steel single basin sink with plenty of Corian counter space for food prep. You can put a grill alongside, either electric or propane. Refrigeration is underneath, along with plenty of storage. Directly across is a bench seat 45 inches wide. Teak pedestal table just in front of it. And now's a good time to talk about the fit and finish, since we're looking at a beautifully finished teak table. Look at the nice armrest that Eastern Boatworks has fabricated. Even up above, teak trim around the overhead, and it's even padded. For ventilation, we have opening side windows and 2 opening windshields. If we want further climate control, we can add isinglass to the aft end and add a reverse cycle air conditioner for 4-season comfort. There's a no-nonsense practicality to this boat because it's descended from Downeast workboats. That having been said, notice that the bulkheads are just fiberglass. We can hose everything down and wipe it down easily enough. It's low maintenance and easy to own. Moving back, we go down a 7-inch step to all this open cockpit space. Great for entertaining at 7 feet 2 inches wide. It's got a safety factor of 23 inches high to the cap rail. There's a bench seat going across the back. Cooler acting as another seat just forward. There's storage underneath the seat, but to access it, you have to lift up the cushion and pull it from the snaps that are going around the perimeter of this hatch. I'd rather see these snaps put on the hatch so that I can just lift the cushion, the hatch comes up with it. I feel like this is such an ideal place to hang out. Being fair-skinned as I am, I would put an extendable awning off the trailing edge of the hardtop. Let's not forget that there's a family aspect still, with a full beam swim platform just behind me. There's a bracket at the trailing edge of the platform holding up the twin 150 horsepower or 200 horsepower engines. A customer requested to have a deck box right here with a little hatch access, and Eastern Boatworks thought that was such a good idea they decided to make it standard on this model. So the next one after this will have a standard deck box in this location. It's also semi-customizable. There's a tournament edition if you want to convert over to fishing, and what happens with that is this bench seat gets switched over to a flip bench seat, so we now have more cockpit space. Rod holders in the cap rail. Rocket launchers at the trailing edge of the hardtop along with the spreader lights. There's also a live well over on the port hand corner, and the cooler will get moved over into this section here. Plus the deck box will be converted into a fish box insulated with a gulper pump. The helm and companion seats are high-end LeBrock seats. They're 21 inches wide. Ultra leather, they have flip armrests, flip bolsters, and they slide fore and aft. The companion seats are on a platform 24 inches high, and underneath that platform to the front is storage, as well as a flip-down footrest. To the side is a trash receptacle. The helm seat is on a platform 18 inches high. The helm console is over to the starboard side. Up on the top, there's a compass directly in the center. Right below that, here's a 15-inch Garmin display. The Yamaha engine display, there's a zip wake controller just below, along with a bow thruster joystick and the windlass control. The steering wheel is mounted to a fixed base and vertically mounted. There's electrical switches to the aft end and to the side. Over to the starboard side, the 2 engine start stops and the ignition key. I've also got windshield wiper controls and a horn button. There's a sub panel over to the right hand side with the throttle controls, and you've got all of the perks with the Yamaha control, including single lever, center of the engine, neutral hold, and trim assist. Below, we've got a comfortable footrest that's trimmed in teak, and all of this is so easy to have installation because it's all hinged and you can just bring it right on back. To the side of the console is connectivity. To the back side of this sub panel, there's a 120 volt breaker panel. That includes things like the 110 volt outlets, the battery chargers, dual voltage refrigerators, and air conditioning. The shore power outlet is just to the starboard forward corner of the cockpit deck. This is a boat where we're going to be spending days on deck and nights below deck. We access from a companionway over to the port hand side, and the stairs angle over to the starboard, so this gives us a lot more room going into the cabin. Now talk about cabin class comfort. We still have the utilitarian aspect of fiberglass lining all around, so it's easy to wipe down, no muss, no fuss, but there's also a comfort level when you're spending the night here. I've got V-berth all the way forward. We can put a table in the middle on a pedestal. We can also add a filler cushion, make this whole thing into a berth. For natural light and ventilation, we have 3 port lights and an overhead hatch. And for artificial lights, we have overhead lights and accent lights. Here's a thoughtful feature. When you're ready to tuck in for the night, you don't have to go all the way to the aft end of the cabin to shut the light off. It's a switch right here. We've still got excellent fit and finish with high gloss teak surrounding some of the accent areas. Storage just behind the seats. There's another place for storage right on top of this counter, and I like that there's teak going around it to keep things in place. Underneath that, there's very deep storage that goes all the way back to the end of this locker, so that means the storage is 33 inches deep. Additional storage is under the forward cushion, as well as in drawers just under the seats. Right alongside is the bow thruster battery switch. Got a couple of kids? Well, we can have them overnight on board as well in the mid cabin. There's a mid cabin that's, yeah, a little bit cozy, but functional. 6 feet 10 inches in length. It's got an average width of 3 feet 6 inches and an overhead of 1 foot 6 inches. Probably the most important aspect of any extended cruising boat such as this one is an enclosed head. A hatch right alongside the toilet conceals the hot and cold water shower and the pull-out sprayer. As we make our way to the bow, we've got a conveniently located grab handle right alongside the cabin, plus one going along the roof. Side decks are 10 inches, another rail going along the trunk cabin, plus we've got grab rails that lead us all the way up to the bow, and these have a safety factor of 22 inches. Once we get fully forward, there's a ProFish Series Lumar windlass, cleats to both sides. The chain rode will feed down into the rode locker that is accessible from the cabin down below. Efficiency is the hallmark of the Eastern Boatworks 27 Islander. With the twin 200 horsepower engines matched to our test boat, she delivered an impressive range of 360 miles at best cruise of 21.1 miles per hour. At that speed, fuel consumption typically hovers in the 10-gallon per hour range, depending on sea state and load. With a fuel capacity of 192 gallons, the 27 Islander is well suited for extended day trips or overnight journeys without the need for frequent refueling. An interesting note is that by bringing the speed up to just over 26 miles per hour, we give up only 5 miles in range. Top speed was found to be 42.1 miles per hour. The hull's efficient form and moderate weight play a key role in these numbers, offering owners the freedom to venture farther with confidence. This fuel efficiency, coupled with low maintenance requirements, helps keep operating costs in check, an important consideration for any boat owner. So we've got cabin class comfort for spending extended times on board, even though we won't be living on board, all on a boat that's easy to own, easy to operate, and even easier to purchase, thanks to Eastern Boatworks factory direct pricing that makes you part of the Eastern Boatworks family. And that's my full features inspection and performance evaluation of the 27 Islander from Eastern Boatworks. I'm Captain Steve, and I'll see you on the water.